and two sides stand, Pythagoras is at hand. Given two sides, he'll find the third on command. Listen, he's only talking about the sides though, so Pythagoras doesn't rule the land. SOHCAHTOA, a secret weapon in sight, involving angles and sides, that's right. Together they make tricks stand so bright in the night. We need a right triangle with missing sides and angles on show. SOHCAHTOA tells us where to go, only two types of questions to know. Easier to spot as your trick skills grow. Given a side and an angle, find a side, hello. Or given two sides, find an angle, harder to know. You'll soon see how to do it like a pro. You gotta know about H, A, and O. Label all three sides from the get-go. H, hypotenuse, the longest of the sides. O, opposite, the angle which guides. A, adjacent, the only choice left. Only two sides needed to show you get it. SOHCAHTOA helps you remember with ease. SOHCAHTOA, choose only one of these. Sine, opposite, hypotenuse, or cos, adjacent, hypotenuse, ka, tan, opposite, adjacent, toa. SOHCAHTOA, 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 SOHCAHTOA. Sine, opposite, hypotenuse, or cos, adjacent, hypotenuse, ka, tan, opposite, adjacent, toa. SOHCAHTOA, 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 SOHCAHTOA. First label all the three sides by asking where from the angle they reside. The longest side first, always the hypotenuse. The other two sides don't confuse. The angle given or finding, consider this angle, let's digest. The side across, call it the opposite. Opposite the angle, the last side remaining, call it adjacent. Stick to this, don't get complacent. Best order to label is H, O, then A. Yeah, 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 yeah. With SOHCAHTOA we can fly, leave the side you don't need behind. That's a side not labeled nor asked to find, but the remaining sides, they give you news on which trig ratio to use. Opposite hypotenuse, use sine. So adjacent hypotenuse, use cos. Ka, opposite adjacent, use tan. Toa, which trig ratio to use? Is it SOH, CAH, or TOA? Sine, opposite hypotenuse, use sine. So cos, adjacent hypotenuse, use cos. Ka, tan, opposite adjacent, use tan. Toa, you gotta know about H, A, and O. Label all three sides from the get-go. H, hypotenuse, the longest of the sides. O, opposite, the angle which guides. A, adjacent, the only choice left. Only two sides needed to show you get it. SOHCAHTOA helps you remember with ease. SOHCAHTOA, choose only one of these. Sine, opposite, hypotenuse, or cos, adjacent, hypotenuse, ka, tan, opposite, adjacent, toa. SOHCAHTOA, 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 SOHCAHTOA. Here's a heads up, plug in and rearrange. It's nothing strange. Trick written without an angle, it's your demise. Unknown angle inverse will untangle. Use SOHCAHTOA, it always gets a prize. Just fill in the right ratio that applies. Don't confuse angles with sides, I advise. So heads up, if you write trick without an angle, it's your demise. Unknown angle, inverse will untangle. Last comes the calculations, all they do tease. It's algebra to rearrange one of these. Just simply get the unknown alone to please. It's a little harder when the unknown is below. Rearrange twice to hit go. Only multiply and divide though. Unknown angle, inverse will untangle. You gotta know about H, A, and O. Label all three sides from the get-go. H, hypotenuse, the longest of the sides. O, opposite, the angle which guides. A, adjacent, the only choice left. Only two sides needed to show you get it. SOHCAHTOA helps you remember with ease. SOHCAHTOA, choose only one of these. Sine, opposite hypotenuse. So close, adjacent hypotenuse. Ka, tan, opposite adjacent. Toa, SOHCAHTOA, 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 SOHCAHTOA. Sine, opposite hypotenuse. So close, adjacent hypotenuse. Ka, tan, opposite adjacent. Toa, SOHCAHTOA, 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 SOHCAHTOA. Let's review the 3 steps for SOHCAHTOA. First, label all the 3 sides, then lose one of the sides, guys. Fill in the right ratio that applies. Trick without an angle is your demise. Rearrange for the unknown, no surprise. It's just multiply and divide. Here's a nice shortcut that complies. Unknown side up high, multiply. Unknown side down low, divide. Trig at the bottom as your guide. Unknown angle, inverse will untangle.